Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hendra Febrianto Arsyad and my registration number is A1M218O39. On this occasion, I will continue the explanation from my friends about the fourth language change mechanism, namely change in meaning. Change in meaning in writing in the book Bahasa, Gunawan Muhammad questions the meaning of talk. Also, the singer Rosa has popularized this song with a strong meaning as a symbol of courage. It turns out that for Gunawan Muhammad, this interpretation is a form of misunderstanding that is difficult to tolerate. For him, talk is the right equivalent for a rigid translation taken in KBBI 4 2008. Online provide three meanings of the word talk. The first is adjective, hard and dry in the context of soil. And the second is adjective, hard, stiff, cannot be flexed. And figuratively, cannot be changed or stands opinion, don't want to be obeyed. And the last is be steadfast. The meaning in the General Indonesian Dictionary, WJS Purwadarminta 1985, only attached the meaning of persistence to number 3 on the list of meaning of KBB 4 online. However, 23 years from 1985 to 2008 is enough to make a world change in its meaning. Either it increases in meaning or changes to another meaning. In a change of meaning, there is also a term of narrowing or expanding the meaning. This change was agreed upon by the speakers of his times. For example, cite Serono. Serono originally means unsightly or pleasing to be heard. However, what about the Soronok in sentence card? You can do a sexy attitude and appearance without having to indulge in being sexy. There is a negative connotation in the meaning. That is, the meaning of this word is narrowed. Examples of the most common extension of meaning, such as scholar, commonly used in someone who has graduated from tertiary education with a bachelor degree, and pastors, commonly used in Protestant Christian leaders. In fact, uh, these two words used to mean intelligent people, scholars, or people who understood science. And the last is factors that cause language change. The occurrence of language change, according to experts, cannot be observed. This is because the change process occurs over a relatively long time. So, it is impossible for researcher to observe it. However, evidence of change in language can be seen, especially in language that already have written tradition and have written document from the past. Child 2004, page 134. Language change is commonly defined as a change in rules, whether the rules are revised, the rules disappear, or the emergence of new rules. And all of this can occur at all linguistic levels, such as phonology, morphology, syntax, vocabulary, semantics, and lexicons. Language cha- change can also occur due to the absor- absorption process into Indonesian. The result of the entry of foreign word goes to kind of change, namely change in the form of words that are entered in the context of adjusting to the rules of the receiving language and change in the rules of the receiving language in order to accommodate elements that come from outside. Linguists debate whether language change is observable or not. According to Saussure 1959 and Bloomfield 1913, what we can do is observe the consequence of this language change. The main consequence of this change in language is that there are differences in the structure of language. English, Arabic, Indonesian, Malay, and Japanese are languages that can be followed by development from the start because these languages have written documents that can be used as objects of research. Linguists initially observed language change in the form of language variation in the use of the language, but lately, linguists can observe not only how a language is distributed in society, but also how the distribution of language helps us understand how a change occurs in a language. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.